This is Alliday LLC. We are live at the fabulous Wainema Ranch. This is take 2 on the wrap. Look who's here. It's Bunny. Yeah. When Bunny has her ears back like that and she's doing that little slobbering thing, she wants to be touched. And not by me, by a boy donkey. That's what that means. If your donkey ever does that, folks, that's what that is. But Bunny looking to get a little today. But she's out here enjoying the sunshine. And she is my lawnmower in chief, by the way. Does a very good job out there. Anyways, let's talk about what we've done here over the summer. And remember, this project started out repurpose. Everything you see here was going to end up in a landfill or the dump or whatever, a transfer station somewhere. So what we've done, and anything that you see here is for sale. The strawberry planters, all these strawberry planters are for sale. What I did here, folks, every now and then I help the people who board horses here unload their hay and stack it up for them. And they throw a couple bucks at me, give me a tip, whatever you want to call it. I go buy flower seeds and I throw in there. That's for all the ladies that board their horses. They'll have flowers here this summer. You can see the irises are about ready to bloom out. Oh, what's going on, Bunny? Cilantro. We got cilantro here. You can see the second batch is coming in. This is getting ready to go to seed, so I'll let that go to seed. So you constantly have cilantro over the summer. Peppermint, of course, peppermint, a border plant, a good border plant. I got squash going on here. These are pumpkins over here. That's probably a little close. I may not get pumpkins this year. That might be a little too late. I don't know. We have pretty volatile weather growing conditions here. They bounce around a lot. So, but we'll see what happens. The dill in there, I got a feeling the rats, they have these pack rats, and they come get that because the rabbits can't get up in there. Anyways, over here, what you see, and again, ladies and gentlemen, everything you see was found on the property here at Wainema Ranch that as I said, repurposing, and that's what we have. Oh, hey, there's a bee coming to say hello here this morning. Hey, if anybody recognizes this plant, would you let me know what it is? This was not part of my plant identification course, but let's look at this plant here for just a minute that we don't know what it is right now. The rabbits haven't eaten it, which means it will make a good border plant. Remember, a lot of rodents up here. We were in the mountains at about 5,200 feet in elevation, and that's really, really critical. What we got going on here now, Wainema Ranch will have permanent herb garden. They will have permanent herb garden here. This is going to be lemon basil. Over in here is lemon basil. That's coming up everywhere, starting to look really good. Oregano over here. Oregano's doing really well. As I said, I'm going to get me some garlic. I picked some Italian sausage up yesterday. Some of this garlic and this oregano, going to go good with it. Got a little bit of tomato sauce going on, a little pasta. Got some chives over here. Red. These are Egyptian walking onions, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you know anything about them. They get about that big around. They're very small. Very, very pungent. Most people don't like them. And the reason they don't like them is because they're only about that big around, and instead of using one to, like, say, a gallon of pasta sauce, they'll use 5 or 6. One onion about that big around of these Egyptian walking onions, ladies and gentlemen, one onion, and I'm going to say it again, one onion about that big around, they're only about that big. Little tiny, they look like a set, like an onion set that you would get them plant to grow a bigger onion, actually. It'll give you the flavor of a red onion the size of a softball, that little tiny onion. And that's why many people they just don't know how to cook with them. But as you can see, here's another thing. I got squash coming up in here. The rabbits don't do the squash, so that's a good thing. I got another squash over here. You can see they're leaving all that alone. Over here we got Italian basil, and of course strawberries all over the place here. We got some sage down in there. There's English sage right in there. Here's Genovese basil in these planters out here. The Italian basil up here. There's a little dill on this side here wrapped around the that German wintertime right there, ladies and gentlemen. German wintertime, great stuff. You want to be a gourmet chef? Get a little bit of German wintertime, take one stem, scrape it off, throw it in your scrambled eggs. I'm telling you, the kids are going to love you. They're going to flip out and love you. They go, oh my goodness, you went to cooking school. There's some potatoes in there. Right there, that plant right there, folks, a potato. So you can see you can mix and match and do a lot of stuff with different types of herbs and stuff, and of course the strawberries. Don't ask me why. The rabbits will nibble on them, but they don't really eat them and get into them. I haven't had a problem with the birds yet. We have a lot of little birds here. Usually little birds will come try to get the berries. I haven't had that problem yet. So we'll see how that plays out as we go forward here. And of course, there's my peppermint pot to start things and put peppermint everywhere. Remember the peppermint, the effervescence of peppermints and spearmints. Rodents don't like it. It burns their eyes. So that's why I've used a lot of that, a lot of different types of mint. And remember, your sages are in the mint family, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe that guy is too. So, but as you can see, there's some more dill over here. The garlic, it's almost time to harvest garlic, as a matter of fact. Now these here, you got, that's either a plum or an apricot tree, ladies and gentlemen, from I ate apricots and plums last year and threw them out, I guess, huh? So, and as you can see, well, just building out to push the rodents away from the food I want to keep and eat. This part here is for the pepper lovers. I've got to bow out of the contest. I am heartbroken, guys and gals over there in pepper lovers. I already told you, these, whatever was in those cups, it made the dirt fungus and it fungused all my seeds. I lost them. I had a few left, but that snowstorm last week, the snowstorm got my chilies, with the exception of these chilies, which grow at a higher elevation. Remember, pepper lovers, last year, the Chamaya chili updates. Well, the Chamaya chilies lasted through the snow. But the Bohemian goats, the JPEG guy, that chili, none of them, none of the chilies made it through my snowstorm here last week. So, and as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it's like I'm saying, everything here, this may not be your cup of tea, but this was all found on the property. It was going to go to the dump. It was going to, be thrown away, garbage, etc., etc. The rocks and stuff we found up in the mountains, on the hills and stuff, and just dug them up and brought them down here. But everything you see, repurpose. That was the theme this year, and that's what we've done. And as you can see, a lot of timber, a lot of AT&T, old AT&T, what you call it's there, insulators is what they call those, insulators. Got some old horse stuff out there. People like that for yard art, hang it out in their yard and stuff. But everything you see, if you see something in this video that you like, get a hold of me. I can ship. We do PayPal through the website, alladayllc.com. I'm going to take a pause for station identification. Up. Before we go, let me let everybody say hello to the president of our insect control department right there. How you doing, buddy? He's going to go get some shade. Hey, we're going to take a pause for the cause here and pay a bill or two. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Back inside the studios at Alladay LLC. We are at the fabulous Wainema Ranch, of course, wrapping up our sustainable agriculture program here. What Alladay LLC does, for those of you who don't know, many of you know that I report on fraud in the mortgage field service industry, but I also do GMO Tuesdays. It's a podcast that we do every Tuesday and update people on some of the latest legal developments in the GMO world, some of the latest atrocities that are going on. That I will always do. Preservation, folks, I will never turn my back on labor in the preservation industry. Got a soft spot in my heart for you guys. I'm part of labor, as you know how I feel about labor. I am labor, you are labor, we are labor. But as we wrap this program up, I still have about 6 to 8 weeks worth of work, maybe 12 weeks worth of work here, wrapping up the what I call the boneyard down below. It's a pit of a bunch of garbage that is being scrapped out, and I do that, salvaging the stuff. That's how I kind of making some money here. This project started Eddie Floyd with America Matters Media, of course, at a time when a lot of people were shunning me, turned their back on me. Eddie gave me a chance on the radio station. It was cool. We dug it. And then I had some stuff with my business partner that she decided she didn't want to do this anymore, and we went our separate ways. I came here to establish a program for them, and now it's time to find a new project. Do you have a project? This morning I hear from a Epic Gardener. I believe his name's Kevin. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, Epic Gardener. I apologize. I'm recording on the device I get my emails on, so I can't look the email up right now. But he was talking about they got an empty lot looking to do urban gardening. That's something I can help with, folks. You need a consultation. You just need someone to talk about what you can do, give you some ideas. I specialize in limited space solutions, sustainable agriculture programs wrapped around your business model. You might have a business. This is a 501c. The Wainema Ranch is a 501c. They will have a permanent herb garden going on, a permanent way to not so much generate revenue, but they can use these herbs to make potpourris. They can make little gift baskets for people who donate to the ranch and stuff like that. So it'll help them out in the long run. Plus, they'll always be able to eat some good stuff because everything out there will seed itself. The beds will be there forever. Just come in, give them a little compost, stir them up a little bit, and you're going to be good, good to go. The dirt I used here was from another growing operation up the road. They were going to throw the dirt away. I took it, leached it out real good, so I knew, because I don't do chemical fertilizers, I don't do chemical insecticide, anything with a side, it does not come in contact with what I do. If you're looking for sustainable agriculture, that's what I can help with. If you just want a way to expand your current business, you have a bunch of junk in your yard, you need repurposed. I can make planters out of almost anything. I just did one the other day. It was an old deli meat case that we took and put a bunch of stuff in and drilled some holes so it would drain well into the back. And now this storefront has this awesome looking, it's just a bunch of petunias is all they put in there just for some color. But they have this awesome looking display case in the front full of flowers, greeting their customers saying, hi, come on in, have a good day. That type of aesthetic appearance really does help a business. It's one of those unseen things, but people come through the door, that's kind of cool, that's kind of neat, that's kind of, they give a compliment to it, but it puts a happy aura in the air, if you will. I think Bunny's at the door again. Poor Bunny. I am actively looking for Alladay LLC's next project, folks. This one here, I came and I made a deal so I could reestablish my business plan, my business model, and Alladay LLC, because we are kind of backing out of preservation work. If you're in preservation industry, excuse me, and you need a supervisor, an administrative type role, I can help. I don't know that I want to go back out in the field, but if the money's right, I will. You know what they say about the money. But if you have a project, I specialize limited space solution, vertical towers, going up in the air, putting roof gardens in place, stuff like that. So I can help a lot with sustainable agriculture. You got a restaurant, you want your chef to have fresh herbs every day to cook his food. Hey, I can help. That's what I do. I'm pretty good at it. Okay, I'll do that. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have to, there's going to be some links in Epic Gardener. I'll put his link down there. That guy's got some stuff that's off the hook. He's got some really good stuff over there. But he contacted me. They got this lot. I'm going to be talking to him and giving him some thoughts. I'm sure he'll get some great ideas. And who knows? I've already picked some good ideas up off his blog and his website over there. So go check it out. I'll have his link in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Website link will be in the description. If you can do make a donation or help out, sincerely appreciate it. To everybody, as many of you know, I've been injured. I just recently got the brace off. I'm still hobbled quite a bit. Many of you have made donations and helped out. Spider down in Tucson, especially Spider, thank you very large. But everybody from the bottom of my heart that has helped out and done a donation, thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it because it's kept me going at this time. I don't charge people for help in the property preservation industry. If you give me the right information, we'll investigate and we'll look at it. I do survive basically right now by donations, and I do, as I said, everybody that has kicked in a little bit, thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's humbling. It really is. And I thank everybody for that. Before I get out of here, um, because the sun is shining and I'm going to go back and play in it. It's suntan time, you know. But I will travel. I come with my own shop. I have all my own tools. I come with, like I said, I come with my own shop, my own trailers and stuff. So my own living accommodations. It's not like I do projects, ladies and gentlemen. I come in and help develop stuff. I don't punch a time clock for a couple hours a day and we're done. I don't. It's not like coming and mowing your lawn and trimming your bushes. That what I do anymore. It is time extensive, but it's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of finding out what your needs, what your wants, what your desires are for your property, your business, etc. And then we sit down and we formulate a plan. I have a architectural drawing background. I have design background. I have botanical sciences background. Studied all over the place on the West Coast here in California, Nevada. And for the most part, I'm not the smartest guy on the planet, but I'm not. I know the difference between rubbing two flowers, a boy flower and a girl flower together, and I know the difference between that and taking DNA from this, putting it in this to make this. I bring that up because the rocket scientist Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't know the difference. At least he claims they're the same thing. So, yeah, you didn't think I was going to do a little going away podcast without a dig somewhere at the GMO industry. GMO Tuesdays. I will always do GMO Tuesdays. I am always looking. The people I mention, it's only $20 a month to for the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. That is how I've been surviving. And speaking of sponsors, you need non-GMO feed. You need organic feed for your critters. Foothill Feed and Mercantile 1330 Geiger grade in Reno, Nevada. I believe the number is 852-0999. That's a 775 area code. Get a hold of Shannon. Tell her I said hi. She'll get you squared away. She has all that stuff over there. Non-GMO and organic food. She has them both. And there's a difference. One is certified by the USDA as being organically produced, and the other is just not a GMO product. So, which, if you know anything about animal feed right now, corn, soy, that's what they're feeding our animals. Rice, it's all GMO produced, and now they're getting into the wheat, and they're using the glyphosate and everything. But I use no chemicals. I come in, I make my own dirt. I make dirt. I'm a dirt farmer. Is what I do. You want to go up, you want something on the roof, you want baskets out your window. I don't care what it is you want. If it deals with agriculture, give me a holler, ladies and gentlemen. Links, information will be in the description. And all I can say, let's have a great day and let's all be safe out there.